السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن دعا إلى دعوته واستنى سنته. أما بعد. First and foremost, I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the all-forgiving, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is Rabbul Alameen, Lord of all the worlds, Lord of all that is known, and Lord of all that is unknown by His creation. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, aqibatul muttaqin, that those who have taqwa have a good end when they come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there is no aggression or dislike except for the oppressor. Now I bear witness that there is no deity of worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the wali, the supporter of those, the supporter, the protector, and the friend of those who practice righteousness. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his servant and his messenger. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send continuous blessings upon the seal of all prophethood and those who have been sent as messengers. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send continuous blessings upon him, upon his family, and upon his companions, and upon those who call to his way, and upon those who establishes his sunnah, his way of life, and that's for that which comes after. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gathered us for another day of Jummuah, the most virtuous day of the week. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that the most virtuous day of the week is Jummuah. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to see another day of Jummuah, another day of gathering in the masjid where we can hear the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His admonishments and His advices and His commands. We thank Allah for that. That is very, very important. But to hit the ground running from ground zero, we have to know and understand that right now the Muslims are in a very, very critical time in the history of Islam. This present time is very, very critical to us. because we see what's going on in society. And what's going on in society is not good. I'm not talking about all the physical catastrophes that are going on. The floods, the fires, the earthquakes. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is our communities are under attack by the shayateen, the shaitan, the devils, those who would try to corrupt us by other means. And these beings are always around, whether they're unseen or whether they're seen or what have you. And what is happening now is that the youth of this society are under attack. They're under attack. And we have to understand exactly what's going on. A lot of it has to do so that they won't come to Islam. A lot of it has to do with a misdirection play by the shaitan to keep them away from the worship of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's real talk. That is real talk. Our youth in our communities and even the Muslim youth are being drawn away from the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on a daily basis. So, with all of the responsibilities as Muslims, we have a lot of responsibilities. In reality, our plate is full of what we need to do, what we have to do, and what should be done. Our plate is full. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He adds another responsibility on us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شديد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah At-Tahrim, in the 6th ayat, He orders us, O you who believe, save yourself and your families from a fire whose fuel is men and stones. And over this fire are angels who are huge, who are strong, and they're severe, and they have been, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had not created these angels with any love or compassion for those who disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they do not disobey Allah, and what He tells and what He commands them, they do what they are told. So that means whatever punishment that the people of hellfire are going to receive, everybody's not going to receive the same punishment. So all the different punishments that we hear about in the Quran and in the Hadith, the Sunnah of the people of Jahannam, they will act out. They will perform that on the human being that is in that fire. They will perform whatever it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells them to perform, whatever abuse, basically, whatever punishment, whatever horrendous punishment that you ought to receive, they're going to do it because they have no compassion for you or for the people that enter into the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that these angels are huge, strong, severe. They have no compassion. Allah didn't create it with any compassion. They are known as Zanabiyah. And these are the angels that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about at the end of Surah Al-Iqra. When He says that they carry their nadia, they do their nadia, they were counseling against the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Sad'u nadia, call your counsel. Sad'u zabaniya, we're going to call it zabaniya. He'll take care of you. Sabanian will take care of you. And these are the angels that watch over the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that his fuel is men and stones. The stones, as the Mufassirin say, these stones are more putrid. They smell worse than decaying corpse. They smell worse than that. Way worse than that. So the people of the hellfire, they will smell, not only will they be being punished, but this horrible smell will go in their nostrils. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts the ayah off, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum. Say, O you who believe, save yourselves and your family from the fire. And what is he telling us? He's giving us another responsibility. He's giving us another command. He's given us the responsibility of teaching our families La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, and everything that goes under that. He's commanding us to teach our families taqwa. He's commanding us to teach our families how to obey, not to just obey Allah, but how to obey Allah through the acts of worship. That is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you go back to what I said, the youth are under attack. The youth are under attack. All, whether they're white, black, it doesn't mean, but more so the Muslim youth. It's our duty to rein them in and to begin to teach them what they need to know. So that means that we have to practice a particular sunnah. It was a sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to develop young people. It was a sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to empower young people, to empower them to be able to carry this message. When you take his little cousin, Abdullah ibn al-Abbas, he was a young boy when he came to the Prophet. And he reported a hadith from the Prophet as a young man. And in this hadith, he was riding on the Prophet's mount. And in this hadith, the Prophet said to him, come here, young boy. Come here, young man. I want to teach you some words. And it's a long, lengthy hadith. Ihfadillah yahduka. Preserve Allah, and He will protect you. To adhere to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect you. Allah, if you do this, Allah will stand in front of you. If you ask of Allah. I'm going to zip through the hadith just real quickly. And he gave him good advice. And know that if a nation were to gather against you, that they could do you no harm other than what Allah has already decreed. But first he said, if you ask of Allah. And if a nation were to gather against you, there's nothing, no harm will come to you other than what Allah has already decreed for you. And if they gather to do you some good, it's not going to come to you other than what Allah has already decreed for you. And then he tells him, the ink is dry, the pen is lifted, and the book is closed. The ulama say that because the Prophet told him this, he gave him victory in life. He gave him victory in life. When you take a kid, all right, and you know, kids like to sit in the front seat. all the time, especially if you got a bunch of kids. They want to sit in the front seat. So the one who sits in the front seat always has a special feeling. He always has a special feeling. You know what I mean? Y'all in the back, I'm sitting up front. Right in the front is a big thing with kids. Okay? So what did the prophet do, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Before he did this, before he told him anything, he let him get on my horse, get on my mount. So the ulama say there's a possibility that the prophet was walking while Ibn Abbas was riding his mount. So first he got him in a situation where he would listen. He's cultivating him. He's cultivating him. He's bringing him along because he already knows I'm going to teach him something. I have to tell him something. And I want him to understand what I'm telling him. But in order for him to understand, I got to have him in a certain frame of thought, frame of mind. Cool him out. Because he is special to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then he gave him the advices that he gave him. And the only man, the scholars of Islam say, when he gave him that hadith, he gave him victory in life. And as we know, Ibn Abbas became a great mufassir. He became a great narrator of hadith. Tafsir, explanation of the Quran. But there's a reason why he became that. Because of what he's seen around the Prophet. He said that I used to go to the house of my aunt Mumaina, who was the Prophet's wife. He called her his aunt. And he would come in, he would see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam get up and make the tahajjud prayer. Prophet never woke him up. Prophet never disturbed him from his sleep. To the point where that he was so impressed with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with his behavior, that he too began to do that. So then one day, Ibn Abbas, he brought a bowl of water and he left it there. And he said, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came in the room, he asked his wife, who left this here? She said, Abdullah Ibn Abbas. He left that there? Yes. The Prophet immediately prayed for him. Allahumma faqahu fi din wa ta'wila. Oh Allah, give him understanding of the deen and its explanation. And he went on to become a great mufassir. Young man, from a young man, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam cultivated him to become exactly what he became. After Al-Aqaba, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he took another young man. He groomed him. Mus'ab ibn Umair radiallahu anhu. He groomed him to go to Yathrib and give da'wah. Big responsibility. Giving da'wah is not a joke. And you have to be careful how you give da'wah. Because the first thing you have to do when you give da'wah is exhibit good behavior, good character. You have to. Or your da'wah is flushed down the drain. All right? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he understood this. But by Musa being around the Prophet and picking up his example on how the Prophet talked to people, how he dealt with people, and the Prophet knew that he had the ability to do that. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what he would do is he would have young people around him, and he would check them out and see who was capable of doing the assignment that I'm going to give them. He didn't have a problem with that. He cultivated the youth. Zayd ibn Thabit, he was 10 years old when he was given over to the Prophet to be a scribe. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Zayd ibn Thabit knew I'm going to retract that. he knew a whole lot of Quran. I'm not going to give an exact number. But he knew a whole lot of Quran before the Prophet even came to Medina. He was in Mecca. He was in Medina. The Prophet was in Mecca. He had learned surahs and ayahs that were revealed in Mecca before the Prophet even came to Medina. The Prophet said, what? He understood that. The Prophet said, I need you. I need you around me. He made him his scribe. Then he told him, go learn the language of the Jews. The Prophet had to talk to them. He had to talk to everybody. Learn the language of the Jews. And they say within 15 days, he knew the language of the Jewish tribes of Medina. Then he learned Syriac. That's where you pronounce it. He learned that language also. And then he would write for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What did he become? He became the #1 man on both committees that was signed to put the Quran in book form. During the Caliphate of Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, and then during the Caliphate of Uthman, radiallahu anhu, where the Quran actually became official, an official copy of the Quran was made, and that's what we read today. Ar-Rasmul Uthman, the Uthmanic script. But Zayd ibn Thabit had a lot to do with that. We take Usama ibn Zayd ibn Haritha, a warrior. He was given command of the army at the age of 19. He was given command of an army at the age of 19 with the likes of Abu Bakr, Omar, Ali, and all the rest of the great warrior companions. He was given leadership over them. And the people complained. He was given leadership of the army that went to Mu'tah to fight against the Roman Empire. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw something in this man, 19 years old. 19 years old. He had been cultivated by the Prophet and his father, who was killed in the previous war against the Romans. And the Prophet said, when the people complain, you're a bunch of miserable people. You're miserable. He is as good a leader as his father. His father brought him up to do exactly what he was doing. He cultivated him to do that. He is as good a leader as his father. So I picked him so that he could go and avenge his father's death at Mu'tah. This is what we got, brother. These are our examples from the Sunnah. These are our examples from the Sunnah. And the Prophet said, matter of fact, to add on to that, Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, he went to Usama and asked him permission. Now imagine this. The great Abu Bakr, the great Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, goes to a young boy, 19 years old, in charge of the whole Muslim army that is moving out, and asks his permission, could Umar stay behind to help run the city? Imagine that. Now put yourself in that position. He asked permission. He didn't. He was the Khalifa. And when the people argued, when Osama found out that the Rasulullah had died, he brought the army back. And the people said, now that they're back, make him stay. Make him stay and put somebody else in charge of the army. Abu Bakr said, no, I'm not doing that. Who am I to disqualify an order of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Who am I? And they went on out and they became victorious. So we have plenty of examples, my brothers. Plenty of examples. But we have to take from those examples. We have to take from those examples because these people, they ain't worried about us. They're not worried about us. Okay? We have, some of us has come as far as we can go. We don't have the energy. And what some of our young people have to understand, that everybody has Ajala Musamma. Everybody has that. You know, Ajala Musamma, an appointed time for everything to be cut off. Everything gets cut off for you. You don't have the same energy that you had when you was 21, 22, 23 years old. You don't have that. You don't have that energy at 65, 70, 75. You see? So, for lack of a better word, the torch has to be turned over. It has to be turned over. Okay? But it has to be turned over to people who have shown a certain type of behavior and willingness and spirit to be able to take it to the next level. I would safely say, in so many words, we have paid our dues. We have paid our dues. It's time for you to step forward and pay yours. We did what we could do to get this. So it's time for you all to take it to the next level. It's your time. Young people always take over. There's a transition. Young people always take over. My mother, as everybody else's mother and her father, was the head of the family. And when she got to a certain point, I had to take over. Why? She can't do it no more. It's just that simple. She can't do it no more. She can't think right. She can't barely get up the steps. She can't come outside. So that's what's happening. That's what happens. And it's a reality. You see? So what we have to begin to do is to start to develop our young people to be able to take this thing over. We have to develop them. We have to allow them to step, or at least have them by our side when we do certain things so they can see exactly what's going on. So they can see, hey, because we all try to form ourselves after somebody we respect. Okay? Somebody that we respect. We try to imitate them. Okay? I couldn't wait, and most of the old brothers can relate to this. I could not wait to get on a corner with a pair of khakis, high-top Converse, processed, and a rag in my back pocket. Couldn't wait till I could do that. But that was my example. That's what the example I had. Okay? So now, what we have to do is set the example for our younger people so that they respect us. And they start to develop a certain character within them to make them want to practice this deen. And it is upon us. Because if we set the right example for them and do what we need to do to prepare them for what's coming, because it's coming. Matter of fact, it ain't coming, it's here. And all it's going to do is intensify. Intensify. You can't beat Shaitan by yourself. You can't beat the devil or his minions by yourself. And don't think that. Anybody that thinks like that, it may put you outside the boundaries of Islam. You have to sincerely take refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the accursed Shaitan. So that means things that you have to do. to be able to protect yourself from him. And it's serious now. It's real serious. Real serious. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. So, once again, brothers, we are in a very, 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 very critical time. And all, like I said again, all it's going to do to intensify. It's going to intensify. It's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. We cannot lose these children. I'm going to put it out there to you just like that. We cannot lose them. This is our responsibility. You can't play with this. We even within ourselves, we get caught up in certain things. One thing I notice, every time there's somebody giving a talk, everybody's running to it. Every time somebody giving a speech, everybody's running to it. But when it comes time to do something for the kids, ain't nobody around. I'm telling it like it is. Oh, this guy's speaking down here. Oh, this guy's speaking over here. Here we go again with that. Here we go again with that. As long as it's a personality on the set, we down. As long as it's a personality on the set, we down with that. All right? It's all right to do that. You can't forget these kids, man. And we have children in our community right here. They're sharp. They're sharp. I'm telling you, they're sharp. And they want to get down. They're doing all kinds, they're doing things outside the mosque that are positive. So when they come here, we need them. We need their talent. We need their energy. They have the desire to learn the deen. They come to class 4 times a week, 2 hours a day, and yes, I got to holler and scream at them. We go through what we go through, but that's our relationship. But they do what they're told to do, and they're progressing. And I see the talent, man. I see the talent in them. And we're going to have to use them. We got to give it up. We got to stop playing with this thing and save these kids, man. That's a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a command from Almighty Allah. And we're doing ourselves a disservice. You want your legacy? You want your legacy to be remembered? Do something for the future. Do something for the future. That's our future. And we have to protect our future. Well, Allah, and I'm going to say this, then I'm going to close. But it's real bad when you hold a parents' meeting, and no brothers show up. That's bad, man. No brothers show up. Where the brothers at? You say, well, I'm not speaking to you that don't have no kids in the class. I'm not talking to y'all. You see? This is what we're dealing with. Go to the sisters, we need this. We got you. Don't ask us no more, because I bug them. Don't ask us no more. You see? We need the brother, and they're developing the young ladies. We need to develop these young boys. Whether it's the Jummuah Scout, whether it's this class, that class, they need to be developed because they have the energy to do it. They want to do it. They want somebody to show them how to do it. We have to step up to the plate. Because that's our future. We may not see that building go across the street. We may not see it. We may not see it. Allah knows best. But we want them to pick up where we left off at. Let them pick up. Hey man, my auntie did this, my mommy did this. We got to keep this going. That's how important it is. It's very important. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send his peace and blessings upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and our children from a fire who fuel and many stones, who have gigantic, severe, nasty angels over it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from that fire. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from all evil that might come to us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us of the sins that we committed in the past. We ask Allah to forgive us of the sins that we commit in the present. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us of the sins that we may commit in the future. We ask him to make our grave wild, fill it with light, protect us from the torment of the grave and the punishment of the hellfire. That's what we ask Allah for us. Because we are going in that grave, and we need to do something to protect ourselves from the grave. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send his peace and blessings upon our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon his family, upon his companions, and upon those who believe in him and accept his way. Ikhwan salam.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة.